Hey friends, it's Maria here. Can you imagine waking up to your city in chaos? That's what's happening inside Iran now after the recent bombings. Let's talk real damage. The strikes began February 28th, US and Israeli forces hitting multiple cities hard. Tehran saw explosions near government rubble from streets, smoke rents. This isn't just military, civilians are affected too. Saranvurum Taipeprul, its heat turning Fort Tehran into something like a war zone overnight. Isfahan was targeted again. Mugudi Seo historic, now dealing with strikes that disrupt everything. Before Emir picks took his shortest strides structures, it's shocking how quickly things change. Qom, a holy city, wasn't spared. So residents must be terrified amid all this uncertainty and fear. Or military areas damaged. Cities across Iran are feeling this wave of attacks intensely. Tabriz up north, Karaj near Tehran, multiple locations, friends. It's whereas in major cities affected in the opening days. One of the saddest reports, a Gitziv Stinil in Rinat, Maya Kovspul in Mene killed many children. State media says hundreds dead overall from the bombing so far, thousands injured. These aren't just numbers, these are families' homes shattered. Visuals show rubble in residential streets of Tehran, burned cars, collapsed walls, everyday neighborhoods turned chaotic. In southeastern Tehran, people surveyed damaged homes after fresh strikes, debris everywhere, smoke lingering like a battlefield in civilian areas. Over to dry launchers, gone. But the spillover to surrounding areas is what worries me most. Nuclear sites like Natanz took renewed damage when facilities impacted. This escalates everything on a global scale. Air defenses across cities weakened early on, allowing more strikes. Tehran's skyline filled with plumes from explosions. Ports like Bandar Abbas, Bushehr saw humbling, roads, buildings, power disrupted in hit zones. Life in these cities has ground to a halt. Rescue teams working non-stop amid rubble, stories of people helping neighbors. Human resilience shines even in darkness. Iran retaliated with missiles outward, but inside, the damage from incoming strikes is massive and ongoing. Over 30 cities and towns confirmed hit so far. It's not isolated. The whole country feels like a war zone in places. Friends, I pray for peace soon. No one should live like this. Constant fear, destruction around them. Oil facilities threatened, prices surging, closed. Iran stays heightened, while the world is isolated, while the woods were edges have a mind. Hospitals overwhelmed, civilians injured in crossfire. We need humanitarian access urgently. Despite chaos, reports of communities banding together, sharing food, shelter amid the ruins. Leadership compounds destroyed, key figures targeted, regime shaken, but people bear the heaviest cost. The Muslim woman, seeing holy sites near strikes, hurts deeply. Preservation of culture matters. Missile sites underground hit, craters visible above. Iran's defenses heavily degraded. Children in Minab, over 100 reported lost in one strike. Unthinkable tragedy. Residential buildings damaged in Tehran, families displaced, lives upended overnight. Smoke over cities day after day. Air quality, health risks rising fast. Economic impact huge, shipping through Strait of Hormuz slowed, global effects. International calls for de-escalation, but strikes continue cycle hard to break. I share this because we need awareness, real people suffering, not just headlines. Satellite before and afters tell the story clearly. Whole facilities gone. Handaz Police HQ, courts hit, governance disrupted severely. Let's keep praying for safety for talks to start soon. Human stories emerging, heroes in the rubble saving lives. War zones in urban areas, streets unsafe, normal life paused. Damage to radar, air bases, airspace control lost in parts. Injured numbering in thousands, medical crisis unfolding. World watching closely, pressure for ceasefire growing. Families separated, homes lost, long recovery ahead. Thanks for watching, friends. Stay informed, stay compassionate. This is Maya, heart heavy but voice strong for truth. Travel halted, airspace closed, Iranians isolated while the world watches satellite images of the aftermath. Take care, stay safe, peace to Iran and everywhere. See you next time, inshallah.